Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these, over there, are the same three infiltrators that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Regan Belladonna, Academy Wizard, played by Char.
Oh, I just cut a clip of my hair. It's poofing out. Weird. The longer it gets.
Well, incredibly poofy hair in the middle. We've got Mayhem, Vigilante Fighter, played by Will.
My hair poofs out in a different direction, so it's very clearly, different hair, I guess.
And in the bottom right, we've got Felix Milos, Maestro Bard, played by Alex.
I've collected all the anti-poof that, unfortunately, you two have misplaced.
Yes, I have discarded.
I'm the only one here without a beard.
You can get it on this day of
Yeah,
trans
where's my
visibility.
cool beard?
Oh, yes, it is.
Come on, trans gods, give me full
Let's
bandana.
go. Give Char a beard. Hello everybody. Today, this show is sponsored by The Midwife. We believe we had this ugly baby before. But let's go ahead and get started because we had some technical difficulties, and I'm so excited to be a vampire. Yeah, that one. So, last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers came across some of Rolth's midnight oil, which they used to get a little bit of a quick reset, catch a second wind, feel a bit better, reprep some spells, to continue their foray into the Temple of Urgathoa here beneath the Blessed Maiden Hospice, in order to discover what is going on with the Blood Veil, as well as where is Ruin Mirakova, the famed harmonica player. And you did find some civilians who were still alive, thankfully, though they were in jail cells and looking quite poorly. They were only in the early stages of Blood Veil, so you think you might be able to still treat them once you get out of here. But for now, you decided to leave them behind in Rolth's jail, unconscious, and continue your assault. Unfortunately, it seems like the Urgathoans have finally rallied some amount of defense against you, and some of the staff that you had bypassed earlier had all gathered together in a central chamber to try to fend you off as a group, with some new spells in tow, and new skills and techniques at your disposal. You managed to dispatch all of them in a big bloody brawl amidst vats of what appear to be concentrated blood veil. You also discovered some crates that seem to be from the Brotherhood of the Seven, or Foxglove Manor over in Magnamar, that seem to have some kind of like mossy residue in them. It's unclear how that relates, but given the very mossy smell in the room, it seems like maybe this is some kind of ingredient that might be used as part of the Blood Veil concoction. But with no more info to go on here, you decided to proceed onward. Your options were a pair of doors that looked very ominous and threatening, that continued deeper into the temple, or a side door that seemed like it would lead into a side chamber. And side chamber indeed. As you opened the door, you found yourselves face to face with the quarry you had been searching for. One Ruin Mirakova, strapped to a bed, chained down, unconscious, but still seemingly alive. Not a scratch to be seen, apparently. And standing over him is a tall, blonde, not blonde, bald, tall, bald man with kind of palish blue skin, It's like pale white, almost blue skin.
Oh, he's
long
not
ears,
sparkling.
a long nose, and kind of very grim features. No, he is unfortunately not sparkling, as he is a quite grim vampire. The same one that you had seen in a vision during one of your previous read object attempts. And he just kind of looks, he sees you open the door and just has a kind of nonchalant look on his face. Please, you need not be concerned here. You can leave me be. Go about your business. He has a syringe in one hand and he's like looking at.
I think we need to take that one with us, though.
He looks at you and then looks at the boy, or the young man. This one.
That one.
His eyes narrow as he looks at the boy and then to you. This one's quite valuable to me. I believe you may have what I seek. Are you sure that you really need this one?
I don't know if Reagan's not here to visually verify.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who can actually see him sort of peeking around the corner.
He steps back from the bedside and gestures for you to come in. Please, you need not stand so far away.
Step into the room. I do have my baton in hand, but it's currently not held in a threatening manner. Just I am holding it though.
Okay, it's just at your side.
Yes.
The vampire, for his part, puts his hands kind of behind his back as a kind of show of peace, like clasping them behind his back.
Where I can't see them. Great. Is this the right one?
He calls himself Ruin Mirakova, if that's who you're looking for.
It is.
A fine specimen. One that I would be very loath to part with. But... He looks at the three of you. If you need him so badly, perhaps we can come to an agreement.
What kind of agreement did you have in mind?
If you're here, you surely know of Endiason, correct?
Indeed, I think we have been picking up the pieces that they've been leaving around the city, the mess they've been making.
The vampire kind of walks around the other side of the bed and places. As he does so, he like puts the needle he was carrying down on one of these like alchemy benches to the side here. Well, considering your rampage through the rest of the temple, I assume you're no friend of hers.
No, not really.
Good. That'll make this easier then. All you have to do is provide me with one of her coffers. A working one, he says, putting up a figure.
Forgive me, this is me, the person, not knowing coffers? I guess.
Forgive me. her death's head coffers. The devices she uses to multiply the disease, to transfer it from liquid to coin, he says, kind of pacing back the opposite direction, over towards the wall.
I see. I presume that you would have your own forms of entertainment you would engage in with such a device.
Entertainment is not what I seek. What I seek is a cure. And those devices could provide me that. The boy... I believe his life would be a equivalent exchange, for my purposes at least.
A cure? Is that what he said?
Yes, a cure.
A cure for what?
For that which afflicts me.
Are you sick?
He frowns. In a manner of speaking, we are all sick. But this boy, he's special. He walks back to the bedside and, runs a finger along Ruin's arm. He is uniquely resistant to the blood veil. A property that intrigues me. It's possible that he could be resistant to my affliction as well. But if you were to provide me with this coffer, it could give me quite the shortcut my research has been looking for. One that I wouldn't... Well, I am obligated not to achieve on my own.
After you have this coffer, what would your goals with it include? Another rampage upon the city like Endiason's?
No. I'm not so foolish as to enjoy the death of hundreds or thousands. No. What I seek is to inspect the divine magics Urgathoa has blessed the device with. Her mastery of death is of interest to me. I assure you, my aims are selfish, but not, shall we say, they do not affect others at any grand scale.
They can be achieved outside of Corvosa.
Oh, most certainly. Especially now that my escort has been dealt with, he says with a slight smile. Might you be the ones who did such a thing?
Hard to say.
I've handed it.
Andre suggested that there were a number of individuals present. Yes, is one of you missing? Or...
It's not
No
always
matter.
necessary to keep all of them out at the same time. Best to keep some in reserve.
Whatever the case, I do not care.
Oh. I was gonna ask if he was upset that they were dead.
No, he
He does not care.
he does not seem to particularly care. That was just a. It seems like he was more flaunting his knowledge of you
I
there.
I was like, does he give a shit that they died?
Oh no, he seems genuinely happy that you did that.
Oh, is I don't know how it. Like my assumption is he's trying not to be a vampire anymore.
That's what it sounds like, or at least, or send to something beyond some simple vampire. But what that could mean, I don't know.
Is there like, there's no cure for vampirism right now, right? That I know of.
Correct. You would not be aware of any cure for vampirism or any undead affliction. Becoming undead is usually non-reversible. The only way really to come back from it is to be fully destroyed and get resurrected via some other means, and resurrection is always a dicey subject.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed to come back. You're not guaranteed to come back the same. There's a chance that you get resurrected as an undead still.
That would have been a different campaign.
I'm gonna run that generous assumption that he just doesn't want to be undead anymore, which seems fair. And I want my ocarina player back.
Turning to him, I would ask, presuming we agree to this, it's probably going to take us a minute. What guarantee do we have that the moment we turn our back, you won't use that needle on the table?
I suppose there's not much I can offer of guarantees. He
So
looks down
on your
at the
word,
boy.
then.
Indeed. But we're all people of our words here, are we not?
Oh, can I do the world's best insight check in that moment?
Sure. You can roll it, but I don't know if it'll be the world's best.
World's most justified.
World's
Absolutely
most justified insight check.
I would like to as well, if I may.
Yeah. What
Sure.
skill is that actually? That's just
Perception.
diplomacy.
Perception.
Or
It's perception.
perception.
Blind perception.
Whee!
Question marks. Question marks.
Felix, yeah, you get the sense that he's being honest. Like he doesn't seem to have anything to hide from you here. Mayhem, you also get that, but additionally, there's an undercurrent of like annoyance here that you kind of catch his like eye movements and his expression. He's hiding his expression with his face, but there's flashes of it in his eyes. You can see that you're like testing his patience a little bit.
Okay.
He seems like he's trying to keep this from going to violence.
I think I understand.
Now, if the terms are not acceptable, I'm willing to take a counteroffer. but I have no need for Corvosa or its people. All I care about is my research.
Well, I'm sure we can find you this coffer. Where you believe Andyson keeps it with her, or is it something that Rolf had with him?
Rolf, the fool, no. And Dyson keeps them in her chambers.
I'd like to have our doctor examine the boy, but
By all means.
otherwise,
The man will kind of back away towards the wall.
it made
Yeah.
room so that Regan could step in and just make sure that, you know, I see he's
Get to your
unconscious,
face.
how he's doing, and yeah.
Just like big kitty eyes. A soft purring sound.
The vampire glances at you, Mayhem. You may wish to close the door, unless we have visitors.
Mayhem steps back and does so.
Yeah, you can just do a medicine check, Regan.
Give him the medicine check. I will do a one. Okay. There it goes. A question mark.
Yeah. Ruin is, completely unconscious, but doesn't seem to be harmed at all. Like, maybe he's got a few small... you, like, unbutton his shirt, and it looks like he's got maybe a few small bruises from, like...
Politely, she she's not rude.
Yeah,
Right, of course.
politely in a fully doctorly manner, and not blushing at all. She unbuttons parts of his shirt just to check to make sure he's not got any wounds under there. And there are a couple of bruises, but they look like they're maybe a couple days old.
He's been dragged around.
Yeah, certainly not recent. And there's some like bruising around his like wrists and ankles from the bindings. Otherwise, there's like a couple of clear like needle marks, like injection points, down both arms, and each has like some ink markings next to them. Clearly, like if you've seen like an allergy test,
Yeah.
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 It's like that. There's a bunch of little markings with just like letters next to them to kind of indicate which thing was injected there. And of note, all of those spots look perfectly fine. No, aside from minor irritation at the point of injection, there doesn't appear to be any signs. There's no signs of blood veil here. There's no signs of any other disease, not even an allergic reaction.
This guy's got a hardy immune system.
Indeed.
Well, otherwise,
Otherwise, he seems fine. You did try a bunch of stuff on this guy, didn't you? Nothing was working.
Few of those were Rolf's doing, but I was able to cure the boy. For my own uses, once I realized just how hearty he is.
well,
Interesting.
when we come back, we'll take him in the condition we found him in now. In exchange, we'll get you the sensor.
The coffer.
Coffer,
The
excuse
coffer.
me. This
Regan said
whatever
the coffer.
ergothoan thing you're looking for.
He gestures with his hands. They're rather small, only a few feet in size. a skull and a death's head moth affixed to the top. Be careful not to open the device if there's any disease currently inside that could activate the latent magics inside. So make sure to find one that is actively closed, if you would. Are any of you able to detect magic?
Yes, I can detect it.
Good. Then it will be one of the ones that still has a magical aura. Very quickly after the disease is transferred, the magical aura of the device is used up, and all traces of magic from the items within are also obscured, muted.
Is those other doors out there where she is?
Yes. There's a chamber just beyond those doors, where there are growing demons, but beyond that, there are some stairs leading down to the sanctuary where Andiason is normally found.
Good information, great information. I'd like to step back just a moment. Growing demons?
Yes. Gifts, or knowledge that was a gift from the Pallid Princess, no doubt.
Who is that? Who is the Pallid Princess?
Urgathoa.
It's Urgathoa.
Yeah, it's another
Okay.
name for her.
It's an epithet of sorts.
I need to clarify that real quick because I'm like, there's a lot of potential for that.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, weird. Okay. Actually, there is one more thing I might be interested if you have any notes on the blood veil. I would like to take a look at them if I come back with the coffer. Would that be amenable?
He puts a finger to his lips for a moment and thought.
You can keep them.
Very well. No, you're welcome to have them. I wish to have nothing more to do with this blood veil.
Was this your idea, or were you called into one of Andiason's projects?
I am on loan, so to speak. Contract via my master in Ustalav. The plan,
Fitting
as
place.
far as I'm aware, is Andiason's. She was the one working with the Red Mantis.
Just hold up. Has the Red Mantis come up in conversation at all before this?
No.
I'm just to make clear. Yeah, I didn't think that had come up. Does anybody else here know about the Red Mantis?
Absolutely.
Okay,
First time I've
cool.
ever heard the name.
Society checks?
Ah, that is
Something
a
about the man.
that is a drop. Oh my goodness. Public
Who the heck is
blind.
that?
Blind is fine, or public. I don't
Blind.
care.
Blinded myself.
Oh, blind is good. We'll just keep it blind.
She's
We're
like,
doing
"Oh,
it
none
blind.
of you fucking know this. Like, it doesn't matter what you roll."
Whew.
Can we get a Felix roll, Society?
I thought I
Like
did
what-
one.
Oh, did you?
It-
I
I'll
didn't
do
notice
another
myself.
one.
It didn't propagate if it did.
Oh gosh, I love this game.
Yeah.
Roll those dice.
All right, there we go. Okay. Felix, you have not heard of the Red Mantis. Regan and Mayhem, you both have. The Red Mantis are a group of assassins. And more than that, they're like a organized religion of assassins. They are followers of the god Achekek, whose name is a little hard to spell, but he is a giant red praying mantis. And the gist of it is that he's like a divine... He was like a divine tool of the gods that was created to depose
Pretenders.
Pretenders to thrones, unrightful rulers. And that faith has over time morphed into being sort of a general use, like assassins by hire organization. But they are very dangerous, very notorious for like once they take a job, they don't stop until they have killed their mark. And yeah, they're kind of, you've never seen one before. They're almost like boogeymen in a way.
I bet there's so much fan fiction about them, though.
That's why.
Probably, yeah.
The only reason I know.
They're very, very secretive, and you can't contact Red Mantis directly. You have to like know that you want to contact the Red Mantis, and if you do, you can kind of start asking around about it, and they'll show up if they want to. They don't. There's no way to go like talk to them directly. They are supposedly headquartered on some island, but you wouldn't really know much about the island or how to get there or anything like that.
The red bud sea thing. There was something.
And they famously wear like red mantis armor, like they wear a full suit of like red armor with like a mantis hat or mantis mask, helmet.
Yeah, they use special swords even.
Yeah, they use saw blade sabers that look like mantis claws.
Very on brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, hired killers.
An insect, a red beast from a great house upon the sea. Is this maybe something?
Yeah, that would certainly sound like it.
From a great house upon the sea, so likely working with House Arcona? I guess we've determined House Arcona is somehow involved in this.
Ooh.
So, well, we're not able to have this conversation right now.
I want to.
You look back at each other, and the eyes are glancing.
Yes.
In a moment, words are unsaid, but thoughts communicated.
I've heard about them before. It's like, what did he say that made us think I completely forgot.
Sorry, the reveal was something.
Yeah.
Yes. You were asking about who was behind the disease, and he said it was Andiason, and Andiason has been working with the Red Mantis.
Okay.
And that this guy works for the Red Mantis. He called them his master.
That was unclear. He said his master is an Ustalov.
Yeah, I don't get the impression that he's working for the Red Mantis. I got the impression he's working for somebody else. The Red Mantis is working with Andiason, who has also called him in on top of calling in the Red Mantis.
He seems like a tool that just gets sent around, and he's not super into that.
Yes, so you're definitely getting those vibes.
I get the vibe that he's trying to be not undead, so he doesn't have to listen to his crappy master boss.
Or again,
Fine
maybe he
by
wants to be
me.
super undead and supersede his master, and
Fine by me.
whichever way. Yeah, totally get it.
Either way, like, I think this meets our criteria of not involving Corvosa anymore.
As long as he wants to be Usalov's problem and not Corvosa's problem, I'm cool with that. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I don't live in Ustalav. I don't have family in
If
Ustalav,
he's just trying to do that,
probably.
you can go do him over there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Actually, I probably have cousins in Ustalav, but I haven't talked to them, so it's fine.
Alright.
I have a lot of cousins, okay?
That surprises me.
But yes, and Diason and the Red Mantis have been organizing these things. I am merely here on loan from my master. My medical expertise was called for, but he shrugs.
Understood.
Put an end to that need.
We'll return in hopefully a short period of time. And I guess thank you for the heads up about the demons.
She had a lot of people back there, or is it just kind of her and the demons?
In her own chambers, and Diason usually just consorts with the undead. No doubt she has a few skeletons or zombies with her, but she's usually otherwise alone, save for when she receives or is giving instructions to the rest of us.
Did we have a count on how many cultists there were in the break room and how many of the
Nope.
doctors were in the break room and how many we just murdered?
A lot.
We did take out a lot. There were quite a few. Mayhem's going to open the door and go ahead and start making his way towards the room we think Dyson might be behind. Or at least some room where they're growing demons.
What is that?
Yeah.
Why is there a rat?
As you walk out of the room, you hear a little bit of squeaking as a little rat runs out from maybe like under the table.
Is
and
that?
climbs up Ramsoka's leg. Oh, sorry, you don't know his name.
Now we do.
I also said his name wrong, so you don't know his actual name.
Well, fair enough.
Is I also a wizard?
Well, yes, it certainly seems like it. You can see that he's got that rat looks like a familiar as it climbs up onto his shoulder and stares at you as you leave. The name's Ramoska, by the way. Ramoska Archminos.
Yeah, now I have a name to write down.
You know, I'll give him my name later because it seems a little iffy right now. Apologies for not giving you my name. We're a bit cagey about that right this minute.
Very well. Just close the door on your way out.
What's your rat's name? What's his name? Or her
Aw.
His name is Andre.
name?
That would be the one who
Fine.
gave the information.
Oh yeah.
And
Thanks,
it's spelled
Andre.
like the Polish way.
Andy. Oh, that's
Oh.
not at all how I was
Andrzej.
thinking. Ramoska Arc
Oh, I have to-
Minos. Not Minos. Minos.
I don't like recognize his name at all.
No.
Okay, he's just
It does
Yeah, I-
sound vaguely Ustalavan, so he is probably from Ustalav.
Similarly, I don't believe I would know this at all. This is just
No.
not of Corvosa.
Yeah, he's not from
Yeah.
here. He's not a particularly high profile otherwise.
Sounds like a foreigner.
so maybe he had like some wizardy, like, ooh, he was a cool wizard, and then he became undead, and everyone thought he was stupid then. I could see a wizard being like, I was important before I was undead, and now I'm a stupid foot soldier, and I want to become a wizard again. A normal wizard.
You could certainly talk to him about it more.
I'm sure he really wants to talk to me, but we'll come back to that later.
All right. How are we feeling about heading in?
I mean,
You know,
As you're standing there in front of the door, you hear sound of glass breaking, and you hear another Wilhelm scream as someone's like thrown and like, slams into a wall. You hear like stonework breaking
ahead of us, behind us, to
ahead of you, like through the door ahead of you.
okay.
I'm taking a scroll out and putting it on my belt. Oh no, it's already there.
I
Well,
was just
now you extra one there.
Mayhem is starting to pull out some of the bombs and putting them on his belt.
I think that's
You
like the
hear
first thing you hear about.
another person flying through the air, slamming
Yeah.
into it.
I think that's our cue.
Maybe the demons got out.
Felix has got another alchemist firebomb out now.
All right. Then having stashed a bunch of alchemy bombs of unquestionable nature onto his belt, Mayhem opens the door.
Ta-da.
What is this
Okay.
infectious aura?
So as you open the door, you feel a kind of like weird sickening sensation come over you as a massive hulking creature is like crawling over and like tearing apart the bodies of these two cultists here. The demon itself, and it's actually DAE, so I guess it's Daemon.
A daemon? Oh
daemon.
gosh. Okay.
It's a no, I'm not gonna do that. It's like a big I don't know, kind of like wolf-esque creature with like hoofy legs and like horse legs, a giant kind of skeletal face. That looks like some kind of animal creature, maybe a horse. But its flesh is all kind of decayed. And there's like little maggots crawling around in the flesh underneath. It's got a big old kind of mane of feathers, I guess.
It's so good.
Awful.
Ew.
It's got
And
all-
there's just kind of like aura of like flies buzzing about it, as it's like ripping these guys apart. But I'm gonna go ahead and need some initiative, please.
Ew. Just ew.
Ugh. Three? Oh, did mine not decide to roll? Decide
No,
to-
yours rolled. You rolled a 31.
Oh, yeah, so you
Oh.
get a 31.
Yeah, I saw you.
It's
Mine not.
it didn't show up on my thing, but it registered anyway. So great. Cool.
Let's see, we got a 31 from Mayhem, an 18 from Felix, and it looks like a 23 from Regan.
Yep.
Let me just update the tracker. Okay. And the Daemon got a 26. So looks like Mayhem, you're up first.
Oh
Daemon
boy.
is second, and then Regan and Felix. So this
I-
room in front of you is like filled with these like there's like 4 large kind of like test tube containers. Where inside you can see well maybe you can see a kind of
Oh,
you can see
they are.
what looks like a little like a fetus of the same kind of creature
Oh.
inside a bubbling tank. But one of these tanks is currently like cracked or like completely broken, and clearly this demon has gotten out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try and deal with this demon that's escaped. We will charge in, and then step towards the demon, stride towards the demon. Our first action. We're gonna take a quick swing here with a. Any sort of special thing I can do? Not on this turn. We'll do a snagging strike and see if we can kind of catch him off guard as we quickly charge in.
Okay. You would be off guard to this attack because he wasn't prepared for you. That
Yes.
will hit with a 28.
Okay. Just a regular hit, but that's fine. So he is now off guard until the start of my next turn, as long as he's within reach of my hand.
Okay.
And my third action, I'm going to step into a dueling parry stance and prepare for what comes next, because it's probably not going to be very pretty.
All right. It's the daemon's turn. Its head turns towards you after it just got bashed at the back. It like throws or like lets go of one of the guys that was like ripping apart, and turns towards you. And I guess I can't quite catch anyone else, but it is going to do this.
Okay.
The skeletal mouth opens and it breathes out this like spew of biting black flies. I need a reflex save, please.
All right. Anything? Is this is this an airborne disease or an inhaled effect?
Neither.
Okay.
I think it's the bites that are disease.
That's fine. I'm wearing a mask, so that might have had something
Yeah.
to do to help. But in this case, 25.
25 is a failure.
Oof.
So
It's not
let's
good.
see.
It's not good
Here's
at all.
the piercing damage as the swarm of biting flies attacks you. That's 14. Go and take the half of that.
Just half of that for a failure?
Oh, sorry, you failed it. Right. Full damage.
Okay. Yeah.
I
So
was thinking inverted. And you failed the save, so you are sickened 1.
damn it. Okay.
As you start to feel this like nauseating feeling well up inside of you, perhaps exacerbated by the like weird aura around this creature. Let's see. Doesn't matter right now. Why does it- I don't understand why it does that. Scratch. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna then try to bite at you. And I don't think
Okay.
the breath has an attack. So yeah, okay. It's just a full bite. And that is a 25 to hit, which misses thanks to dueling parry.
Yes.
So it tries to bite at you, and you manage to like brace yourself, put the baton like in its mouth, kind of like hold it off. Regan,
Hi.
and then Felix.
I can see this little guy over here. What is this? I want to think about like what is that?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a. Let's see. Oh, I can put the. Yeah, give me either. Religion, or if you've got any kind of like daemon lore.
Surprisingly, I can summon them, but I don't have like demon lore.
Do you have a summoning lore or something
I do.
similar?
I have a summoning lore.
Okay, then I would take summoning lore.
Okay. Slightly better. Alright, I'm thinking using my brain.
Okay. These are leucodemons. Or daemons. Leucodemons. Leukodaemon. Leucodemons. They are harbingers of pestilence and disease. You can ask one question about it.
Weakness. What's its weakness? Is it
They have weakness 10 to holy.
to holy. Okay.
Yes, they
alright.
are unholy creatures, and are thus repellent to, or repelled by holy attacks.
Oh, my holy water's in my spacious pouch.
Can I spend another action thinking about something else? Am I allowed to do
Sure.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to think if it's resistant to anything.
Okay. That's gonna be another attempt, and the DC gets slightly harder each time.
All right, that's all right.
But yeah, you can go ahead and roll again. Same thing, summoning lore.
Okay, number.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to like think back to and remember your studies, and yeah, you don't think this thing has any particular resistances. Other than like it's immune to like disease and death effects.
I mean, that
Because
tracks. It is
yeah.
disease.
It is
Mhm.
disease.
Okay, and I am going to then move as my final action. Five.
That stink.
I'm gonna
Okay. Yeah, you maneuver your way around, like into the room, and kind of follow the western wall south away from the daemon. All right, Felix, your turn, and then Mayhem.
tell everyone about the holy. If you got any holy stuff, that would help us out.
Not really my thing.
Yeah.
No.
Fresh out.
Awful.
I'm gonna move into the room and sort of get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's how counting work.
Yep. Or do you
get
have
to
30 feet of movement? You should have 25,
25.
I think.
I have 35 spell.
I get mixed up by this too often.
This one over here is broken. I didn't make a broken version of it, but this thing is broken.
My
and can
immersion,
be walked
Jason.
through. Yeah, sorry. They didn't have. I couldn't find any like good broken glass. while
I
was
know
doing
that feeling though. Oh,
it. Sometimes you have like the perfect idea for the thing to do on the map, and you're like, but they don't.
I
have
got
the
some
code.
broken glass for you. I'll set you up. Don't worry.
I think I have some in one of my many packs. I just couldn't find
Yeah.
it when I was making the map.
Yeah, I'll start humming a tune to try and give us a little bit of good luck dodging the attacks from this horrible creature.
Okay, so it's a rallying anthem.
Ooh, it's a good
Ooh.
roll.
31. I think. What level are you guys? You're level 7.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's close to a crit. Level 7 is DC 23, so not quite.
You'll have to nat 20 on it.
Yeah, I guess you have to nat 20 currently.
Still,
Need
I
to
mean that's still
up
3
that
rounds.
performance.
That's great.
But yeah, that's 3 rounds.
Not bad, not bad. Then I'm gonna put up a shield, and I would like to activate the hero card, the Tyrant. I would like this creature to be feared for of me. Right.
All right. So yeah, you posture yourself defensively, gesturing, making like some kind of what holy symbols have you seen? Yeah, you might know Shaylin's holy symbols. So you kind of like posture yourself into one of the holy stances of Shaylin, and the goddess of music and beauty. And yeah, that's an evil card, but you have 6 hero points, so you can spend 3 to activate it. What slot's that in? That's in the middle slot. And the daemon turns to look at you and is struck with fear. They are frightened for Mayhem.
All right. Trying to take advantage of that frightening. We are going to try and trip it and see if we can put it on the ground. So we will start with a simple trip attack. That is an athletics check. I'm still sickened. That is a 34.
Yeah, that succeeds, but does not crit.
That's fine. So it is now knocked prone. Following that up with a combat grab as we take a strike with map. But we will attempt to grab it as we smack at it. Okay. 27 to hit.
That will hit thanks to the combo of frightened and off guard.
Thank goodness for all of those in combination. So we managed to bludgeon it for 11 points as we kind of go down, getting a grab on the arm and just holding on at this point. Not really having a good grip to keep it anywhere, but it's grappled
Okay.
and prone.
Grab and prone.
And that was 2 actions. Third action will be to somehow still be in dueling parry while I have got him grappled and kind of pinning him, sort of. Not. That's what's got me not really firmly in there, is I'm still trying to be defensive while I'm also like pinning him to the ground as best I can. And he's still bigger than me by a lot.
All right, and yeah, it's quite a big boy. He's like 10 feet tall. Okay, the Daemon's turn. Luca Daemon. It's like wheezing as it's trying to like kind of pull back from you. Do that. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's a weirdly specific thing that it can do. Okay. All right. It is
not
going
great for
to
us.
try to break free from your grip first. And it's going to do that with an unarmed attack.
Okay.
AKA its jaws. That is a 25, which is going to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Or 25 it's supposed to be versus your what?
Oh, my
Athletics,
fortitude?
your fortitude DC. Fortitude DC.
Well, is it fortitude or is it athletics? Because those are different numbers. If it's if it's athletics, that is a failure. If it's fortitude, it's a success.
Escape. Escape is what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Athletics DC of the creature grabbing you.
Then it is a failure.
Okay. So yeah, it tries to break free, but it can't. It is then going to try to spew more breath on you.
Okay.
With the last 2 actions. I guess it's not
Nasty.
manipulate. So give
Just
me
opens his
another
mouth.
reflex save, please.
Not really dodgy. Okay.
You're like holding it down and just
No.
kind of spitting
That
more.
is
of
a
this.
critical failure.
Not quite, because the DC has been
15?
lowered.
Okay. So,
Thanks to Frightened, you
Whew.
have just barely regular failed.
Good call, Alex. Thank you.
And
Still
that's
hurt a bit.
for 25 points of piercing damage as more of these biting bugs swarm you, tearing at, like burrowing through your clothes and like biting and tearing at your flesh
Ah.
before flying off. And that is the Luca Daemon's turn. Regan and then Felix.
I see its little head. I'm going to shoot at it. Excuse me, with an electric arc. Maybe it's not reflexive. Maybe it is. Is that? Am I?
Yeah, you are. I just double checked.
I didn't check, and I was like, wait, I might be lying.
Dun dun dun.
I'm like, at a glance, it looks right, but okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 25 feet away from you, so yeah, so we'll do a reflex save. Oh, sorry, at the end of its turn, the frightened goes down to 1. Okay. And reflex save. That's
Maybe
wrong.
it's really.
What is its reflex save? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Wow, it's super good.
That's a 39, which is a crit success. It, despite being held down, it manages to kind of like it like yoinks you back, Mayhem, such that the arc hits the glass of this tube instead. But then you manage to kind of struggle and pull it forward again. Okay, you duck behind one of the tubes. Felix.
I am going to telekinetically pick up some of the shards of glass from the maturation chamber from which it escaped and send them flying towards this creature to... I guess it's slashing damage?
Yeah, that'd be slashing damage.
To slash at it.
18 is going to miss, unfortunately. The shards go flying at it. They kind of scrape at it.
I want to use a hero point.
All right, arrow point away. 3 down to 2.
That's a nicer number.
That is
Is?
nice enough. 28 will hit.
Yes.
Here's that wonderful damage.
Uh, 13 points of slashing. Tears through the daemon. I need to figure out what's going on with the grab module or whatever that's making things roll flat checks all the time.
What you get for being hit by things?
Okay. Was that everything? Oh no, you have one
That's-
more action.
That's 2 actions. I wanted to dig through my bag and get out my caltrops. Just get them
Are
into
they-
my hand.
Are they deep in your bag or are they just in your pocket?
They would be in the spacious pouch. They are in the back of the bag.
Okay, so it's going to take you 2 actions, so you can spend 1 action doing that. You'll need to spend 1 more action on your next turn to fill
Okay.
them out. Top of the
Top
round,
bag.
it's Mayhem.
All right. I guess we're gonna beat up a demon a little bit more. First action, crush. We'll try and smite him. A 31 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, not quite enough to crit still. That's okay. Keep beating him up. 14 points of damage. Second strike, we're going to combat grab at him to try and renew the grab as part of this.
Okay, yeah, you crack the skull of the daemon, and then
Ooh, not as good of a number. Is 20 going to hit?
no, 20 is not going to hit.
Okay.
I get a
So we're
light
gonna do-
punch in, but doesn't quite impact.
I think we're going to go ahead and let that stand, and we'll release the grapple, therefore, and go back into our dueling parry. Just being
Okay.
defensive at this point.
All right, you take up your defensive stance as it attempts to get up.
It is,
Are
yeah, I'll hit it
Your
for
reaction
getting
right
up. Might as well. It's not like it was stopping it from doing the breath thing, so 24 looks like it misses.
Yes, that is going to miss, unfortunately. So you swing at it, but just kind of you feel a tinge of pain in your arm from where the bugs have been biting you, and you like twitch just at the wrong second and just kind of end up scraping the head. The
Delightful.
creature is going to kind of turn from you and squeeze through this space. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's just, oh, it doesn't have to squeeze through. Right, I've already broken the glass. So yeah, it just walks up here. It turns and moves over towards Felix and is going to try to bite Felix. It's its third action.
Yeah.
29 hit. Here is some damage, and then I will need a fortitude save, please. So it's 25 points of piercing damage, which you reduced to 23, I think, because of what, Rallying Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Cool.
And here's that fortitude check.
Ooh,
Really?
14.
That- Yeah, I think
Are you letting it
that's
stand?
I'm gonna use a hero point. That's pretty
Okay.
bad. This thing's done pretty, and it's so much better.
Hey, that's the difference between a critical failure and a regular failure. So,
take it.
you're 14 upgraded to a 16. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay.
I don't like it when you say that.
Yeah, I don't either.
How do I do this? Oh, this is so weird. I do that, and then okay. Yeah, so you start to feel, Felix, these like weird little whispers crawling up in your mind. Like telepathic signals that are just saying like, well, you probably don't even, you wouldn't understand whatever daemonic language this is, but it doesn't sound good, and it's a little bit distracting, but otherwise you don't feel any effect. That was its bite.
Creepy whispers, got it.
Yep, creepy whispers. And Regan, it's your turn.
It's me. I'm zooming around. 15, 20, 25. Maybe I missed. What is this, a table? Up here?
Oh yeah, that's a table. You'd have to jump onto it as like a separate action.
Yeah, this is fine, actually. So Rain runs over to Mayhem and attempts to perform some treatments.
Oh, thank you. Is this
All right.
doctor's visitation?
Yeah, I'm visiting with my doctor skill. He sneaks over. Let's target you.
All right, yeah,
Try our
Doctor's
best.
Visitation lets you use Stride and Battle Medicine. One action.
Did this work?
23 is a success versus DC 20, and then you did 20 points of healing, which gets increased because Mayhem has robust body or whatever it's called.
Yes, robust. I think it's robust healing, something
Thick
like that.
neck.
Robust health. Excuse me. So, 27 points it becomes. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
And I can't actually see the creature, so she's going to go in her bag and use her paws. Where is my? I have 5 holy waters. I don't know if this is gonna help, but she's like kind of holds one up like this. Mayhem.
Hmm.
All right, you dig a holy water out of your bag. Felix.
This is bad. But you know, what else is new? I'm gonna spend that last half of my action to get my caltrops out. Then I'm gonna drop my caltrops. Farewell, caltrops.
Just put them on the ground.
I would like to like place them between me and the monster as I run away. Over here is pretty good. But yes, I will
Can
place
you
my-
like drop the item onto the floor? And
done,
that'll-
done, done.
There we go. Perfect. Cool. Okay, so you that move any third action.
Shield. Shield's cool.
Okay.
I like
Another
shield.
shield. So you're all clustered up in the corner there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
That's why I was
What?
like, oh no.
Nope. It's fine. We're good.
Oh, I see.
Everything's great. No worries.
Mayhem, it's your turn.
Feeling a bit better. Thank you, Regan, for the boosted healing there. He's going to
But
round the corner, avoid the caltrops, and will unfortunately have to ignore the healing or the holy water, as much as he wanted to grab that. It was there for the taking, but Not enough actions to move
Yeah,
into
I
position,
Use.
and he will go ahead and just go take a snagging strike. We'll see if we can make him off guard. Target it. I
Alright.
do.
It's would've been one less on frightened.
Okay,
But
so
that
does
would
a
still
20
hit.
Okay.
On
So
26.
26 hits. So he is now off guard until what does it say? Until the start of my next turn, or until he's no longer within reach of my hand. So if he moves away from me, he
Okay.
would also be able to remove the off guard condition.
do
And
the
third
damage.
action. Oh, I suppose yes, we should actually do some damage here. That's the goal.
Assume you want damage.
I would like to. I'd like to hit him a bit. 11 points of bludge, and we will dueling parry and defend ourselves.
Okay. Once again, you're here beside the Luca Daemon. Felix, you continue to hear whispers in your head as the Luca Daemon starts moving. It's going to go for the bite onto Mayhem here.
Okay.
Start with. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, I did that hidden for some reason. Reveal.
More tension.
That is a
That is great.
natural 20 for 39. Crits.
Ow.
And it's critical damage. 39 points of piercing damage as it chomps down on you.
Well, thank you,
and
Regan, for the
skeletal
healing.
teeth-
It's all gone, but thank you for it.
Skeletal teeth pierce your body. At least the damage gets reduced a little bit by Rallying Anthem, and I need a Fortitude save.
Yeah, of course you would. And is is this an airborne disease?
No.
Okay,
It is a disease.
that's fine. It for some reason it automatically turned it on. I was like, I didn't
Oh,
think
interesting.
so I turned it off. Rallying Anthem +1 says it's green. That's a good sign.
Yeah, Rallying
26?
Anthem saved you. 26 is a success.
Okay.
You managed to avoid getting infected by whatever this thing's got in it.
No Daemon whispers.
And it's going to follow up with a claw attack.
Please don't.
26 is going to miss thanks to dueling parry and frighten. And then third action, it's going to do one more claw, just kind of going for a little frenzy here. But that's also going to miss with a 16.
Right.
Regan.
Pin down for the moment.
Hello.
Also, I don't have a great dex. You might be able to throw it just better than I can.
Oh, is it? Dex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's dex to throw.
The heck is my crap? Oh, my dex is fine. Well, she will peer around. Do I have to stand out here to throw something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to throw
She
something.
comes over here, just like, oh, she throws it. She throws the holy water through the air at the demon.
If you put the holy water in hand, I think it should give you a little attack for it.
Yeah. Go get it. Yep. All the way up. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. All right, kids. Let's throw. Okay, there it is.
Yep.
And
Do the thing.
Right, just
go.
frighten this down again.
Mhm.
It's currently at frightened 1.
Eee.
24 will miss.
Miss Mayhem? The
Oh,
target is
sorry,
Mayhem.
Was the target
Oh.
Mayhem? Oh.
My bad. It was meant for. I don't know why. Sorry.
It'll still miss the. Oh, actually, no. The daemon's off guard, right?
Yes,
Hold
the
on.
daemon is off guard as long as he's within reach of my hand. So
Oh, okay. Sorry, the off guard is already included in the AC calculation. I just didn't notice that. Okay. It's just shy of hitting, but I believe it's splash damage, right?
there is
Holy
splash
water?
damage. It would deal 1d6 spirit damage to the target and 1 spirit splash damage.
Okay, that 1 spirit splash damage becomes 11 points of holy damage.
Woo.
Hey, as good as one of my strikes. So we got more of those. Keep them coming.
Roll it as 10. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the holy water bursts. You get a little bit on Mayhem, but he's not an unholy creature, so he doesn't isn't affected.
It's like, Fine.
And the rest splashes onto the Luca Daemon, who sizzles in pain and like leers back. Lurches back? Something. Cool. Felix, you're up.
I have one more move.
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
one more
Just
action.
to go down here. And
Okay, so you
go behind us.
move into position, throw it, and then continue moving across the room to get into cover. Felix.
I think I would use the wand of soothe on my person. That's in that's like not in my bag. It's out.
Okay, so
And
you
cat-
draw the soothe wand and cast it.
Yeah, on Mayhem.
Okay.
This gonna get bad before it gets good.
This is a 4th rank soothe.
ooh, that's hefty. Thank you.
38 points of healing.
And I think that
Mayhem's
is
body.
yeah, that's 3 actions if math work.
Yep, that is 3 actions. Mayhem, you're up.
All right, we'll keep battering on him a bit. Just a snagging strike to try and keep him off guard. A 36 to hit.
Ooh, that is actually a crit.
Nice. Thank goodness. Broke him up a bit. They are crushed. I wish I'd started with Harsh Judgment, but I was going to wait until next round for that. Second strike. We are going to
That
follow
was
up.
25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes, 25 points of bludgeoning. And
As again,
yeah,
you crack the skull. It's getting pretty badly cracked, but
15 is definitely going to miss on that grabbing.
yeah, that's a
combat grab
crit
here.
miss as the Daemon kind of swats your hand away.
Let me double check actually if there's any crit fail. There is not. Okay. Then we'll go back into our dueling parry and just try and keep ourselves defensively minded.
Okay. The Daemon. You are harassing it, bothering it. Oh.
Covering it in holy water.
It's going to start kind of like shaking, as if, almost as if it's like dancing, but the like little maggots kind of like falling off of it, and starting to like squirm their way across the room, skirting under your feet, Mayhem, and towards Felix. This is a manipulate action. If you would
Okay.
like to take a reaction.
Yeah, I don't like whatever he's up to. I'm going to try and stop it. Let's try another strike. 24 doesn't look like it's going to hit.
24 is not quite enough. So it continues to do that shaking. And Felix, I need you to do another fortitude save. As the
Oh.
whispers in your head grow louder as these maggots get closer and closer to you. 26 is a failure. You start to
no.
feel tired, as if like all of the energy is getting drained out of you, and the whispers are growing louder and louder. You were drained 1. The daemon continues to shake as more and more of these like maggots and little flies come buzzing towards you, swirling around you, starting to make you dizzy. I need another fortitude save.
Oh boy,
Eek.
the fuck.
Yeah, that's where I am. Oh no.
Oh, you're gonna want to.
15 is pretty bad. It's a crit fail.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll and try to get to at least a regular failure.
17. That is a. That is still just a crit failure.
Oh
Just-
no.
Just on the
Oh
border.
no.
That weary feeling increases. Oh, not drained 3. It's just be drained 2. Where's it there? As you increase to drained 2, and its third action is going to be to bite at Mayhem. It almost like seemed to forget that you were there.
What
And
the
now that
fuck?
it has realized it, it decides to bite you. It seemed to
Ugh.
be enjoying spreading its pestilence. 23 is going to miss, though.
Yes, it is.
A question before we move on to my inevitable
Yes.
doom. You mentioned this was a disease.
Yes, this is a
Um,
disease.
I should have had a bonus from the elixir of life to saving throws against diseases and poisons.
Oh, was it not including that in your fort save?
I didn't see it in
Uh,
my fort save.
Oh yeah,
I
it
see
didn't.
I see the constitution and the drained condition from previous. Does that turn that into like maybe a regular failure?
Let me see. Also, I did this slightly wrong, but okay. So this. So you were at stage 1. The first failure this round was on a 26. So that should have gone you to stage 2. And the second one was a 17. Oh, sorry, the 26. Oh, that 26 would not have failed because that should have been, what's your elixir of life bonus? +1?
Probably. Assuming it's minor.
Yeah, do you remember which of elixir of life it was?
I'm having to scroll up to go look. I remember it wasn't the very good one, but it was like a moderate.
Oh, here. If I just try to like roll a fortitude save, elixir of life, it looks like it's a +2 bonus.
Okay.
So that would be moderate.
So that would have actually turned your 26 into a success. So you would not have. Oh, that's annoying for it. Okay. Yeah, I guess that first one would have actually removed the disease. So it. I'll skip this second action that it already did. You didn't actually do that second save.
Good.
In which case, as a third action,
Hit me.
it will. What will it do? Yeah. Okay. Fine. It'll claw. Claw attack on Mayhem.
I will take just being drained too.
28
will hit me.
hits.
It does. I was overconfident. My hubris is my downfall.
20 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
And a fortitude save, please.
Yeah, you would too. Stop trying to turn that on. That's right. Buttons.
Hey, you also have an
That's
elixir
a...
of life bonus. Ooh.
I do, and I was trying to add that on there. So there goes a hero point because I don't like to do a natural one if I can help it,
Yeah, that was a crit fail. Can we get better than crit fail?
which is a failure though, I'm sure.
All right, upgraded to a 20, which is just a regular fail.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do I get to hear whispers?
Yeah, you start hearing some weird whispers.
Oh, I don't want to hear whispers.
They're not cool.
I'm not a cat. Quit calling me.
Regan, you're up, then Felix.
So I'm gonna make the assumption that I was only able to get one holy water out when I went to get it.
Yes.
So I'm going back
All right. 2 actions. You
Open.
fish out another one.
Another one. I would have to move to throw it. So can I fish 2 instead?
Sure. For 3 actions, I'll let you fish out 2. They're bundled together. I'll allow it.
Great turn for me.
Felix.
Gosh, this thing is evil. Just pure evil.
So yeah, you are no longer drained.
Oh, cool.
You did lose a bunch of health from being drained, but
Yeah,
your max
Seems
HP
like-
has gone back up.
seems like a fair trade. I'm going to cast Antagonizing Despair on this thing.
Ooh, that's a fun
Oh.
sounding spell.
Indeed. The target's mind tumbles down a deep well of dread. In addition to damage, it gets to do a will saving throw. And it may get frightened again.
Oh, it looks like it failed. It succeeded with a 33.
Ah,
But on
Here's the-
success, it takes half damage and is frightened 1. So
yep.
it's 14 points of mental damage, half becomes 7, and it becomes frightened 1. So it is spooked again, but not as badly spooked perhaps as you would like.
Unfortunately, my dreams will have to be dreams. And I will put Rallying Anthem back up again and give you that performance check.
Thank you.
25 is a success, so 3 rounds. And then Mayhem.
All right. Let's see. Gonna really do anything different? Probably not. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep on with the snagging strike to keep him off guard if we can. Could try and be less sick. That might be better, but a 33 to hit.
That will hit.
That is going to be for 11 points of bludgeoning damage. We just keep wailing on it. We
Punch to
will.
the shoulder. Some maggots fly out. Some crawl over your glove.
Ugh, awful. We are going to go for another strike. Combat grab. See if we can get a hold of it. Not with that roll. Oof.
Ooh,
17.
Natural 4 for 17 isn't going to be enough.
I think that's
Try
the
to-
roll you got last time.
It might have been, in fact, yeah. Yep, dueling parry.
Okay.
And we're just going to keep in the same position for the moment.
The Daemon's turn. Let's see. Ooh, it's got somebody who has failed. Alright, it's gonna start wiggling. Wiggle,
No.
wiggle.
Hit
No
him.
wiggle.
Hit him for the offense.
Yeah,
I
it's a
can.
manipulate action.
I will hit him for the offense. Stop being offensive. Right in my face. It offends me. 22 does not look like it's going to hit.
22 is a failure as you're suddenly swarmed with these like tiny gnats. Go ahead and where's the fortitude save? Pestilence. Here you go. Fortitude save, please.
Going to hero point that 23.
That is your last hero point.
28.
Elixir of Life makes that a success. You are no longer diseased. You pull out of stage 1 into stage 0. The daemon, angry that you've done this, it cannot believe you've done this, is going to Yeah, it's gonna spit more plague breath at you.
Unpleasant.
So I think not quite. Okay. Yeah, give me a reflex save.
Okie doke.
Mayhem. It can't quite catch any of the others who are all just out of range.
That is a 28.
That is a success by 1, so
Thanks to fear.
not that I was supposed to tell you that. 22 points of piercing damage gets halved,
All right.
and you
Reduce a little
succeeded,
further.
so no additional sicken. Okay, that's its 3 actions. Regan, and then Felix, and then Mayhem.
Now
Right.
here.
I'm still
Hello.
untouched.
Against my better judgment, she tosses holy waters. Like a baseball. She's not good at. There it goes. She's got a 22 on her toss.
That'll miss, but that the splash damage will still hit it. So it'll take 11 points of holy spirit damage. It's again singed by the blessed water.
How's it looking?
Quite poor.
I mean, that's good to know.
Another couple of those and it will be down. It's quite singed at various spots. It's quite heavily beaten up. You've like broken bones in the thing. It's like limping one hand.
Despite having 2, I am actually just gonna go back here.
Okay.
I'm very defensive right now.
That's not a bad
Okay.
idea. That's
You
fine.
all getting sick. I don't want to get sick. If I can help it, she backs up, puts the other one in her throwing.
Yeah,
right.
you're rather smart in that regard.
I
Uh.
will die immediately if anything hits me. Made of glass.
All right, Felix, you're up.
I'm gonna send some more pieces of glass flying through the room and at this terrible, terrible demon. Take that.
Ooh.
That'll hit 33.
Enjoy some damage.
It's like
all right, that's
12
all right.
points of slashing damage, cuts the leucodaemon all over. Maggots go flying, splatting against the wall, carried away with the blades of glass.
Just
It's looking
ew.
really rough. One more of those and it might be down.
And then I'll put shield up because this thing's awful.
Okay, Mayhem.
Well, we'll see if we can hit it. Who knows? It could go bad. 28 to hit.
28 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
Is it enough?
Is 11 enough?
Just shy.
Then we're
11
gonna
points
try
of
and-
slashing damage.
So that was our snagging strike. So it is off guard for the next attack. And we
Okay.
will go for a combat grab. And that, of course, it's always the second roll that is bad, which is fair, but also like, damn.
Yeah, that 16's a crit miss.
I do not have a quick third action, do I? I mean, I can go for another hit, but it would miss. It would be bad unless I crit, and that's not a good thing to bet on. Okay, we'll be defensive. It's going to hang in there around.
Okay. The
Sure.
daemon.
My bad.
If you could have missed, because it would have suffered from MAP,
Yeah, I was worried.
and it could have, if it crit missed, it would have done nothing at all. So you were defensive. That's a good idea.
More
Yeah,
attack.
I think we start with jaw attack.
Okay,
That is its strongest bite.
that is a crit.
Wow.
Oh,
Ow.
38 crits.
Sure.
Thanks to Sickened. Loves the taste. That's 46
no.
points of piercing damage
Ouch, very bad for
as
me.
it chomps down on you. You have
I
6
damage.
HP left.
Yeah. thought
Give me a fortitude save, please. from the disease. It keeps trying to reinfect you.
Fuck. 21.
21's a failure. Pestilence. For a now pestilenced. It will then use its second action to wiggle.
I'm gonna try and hit it for wiggling. I'm gonna miss hitting it for wiggling on a 22.
Ooh, 22. Yep, that is going to miss. The pestilence increases. Give me another of these fortitude saves, please.
That is a 30 total.
Thanks to Rallying Anthem and 30 is actually yes, you did need Rallying Anthem and Elixir of Life to make that with the 30. That succeeds. You are no longer infected.
Whew.
It will angrily claw at you with its third action
Okay.
as you resist its pull. And that is a natural 1 for an 18. So it
I'm okay
critically-
with
It
this.
stumbles. It's like angrily tries to grasp at you. Mad that you're resisting its delicious pull
I mean-
towards.
Mayhem's kind of leaning up against the glass of this other that's holding this other demon behind him as he's just reeling from that chomp that's got him bleeding profusely from one side. Ugh.
Regan, you're up.
Peeks out with her little water. She goes, oh, and throws it.
Get it.
Tries her best.
Get it.
Toss it. Oh dear, a 21.
That will miss, but the splash
Not
damage is enough to dissolve the demon. It hisses and screams as the body burns away.
Oh,
Oh. Ow.
goodness.
Counter over.
Can I? You are looking so
You
soft.
find yourselves in the quiet in a room of these 4 giant test tubes. Along the north and south wall of this room are a bunch of empty cages. They look like they could have fit like maybe slightly small to medium sized creatures inside.
Hmm.
There are a couple of tables in the corners of the chamber that look kind of ceremonial. And there's one more set of double doors ahead of you.
Lovely.
That was a cool sound.
Oh yeah, that's me unlocking the door.
I was like, is someone just gonna come in right now? 'Cause it's
No.
not
I often
Excuse me,
pre-lock
not
doors
the
so that
time.
people don't accidentally open them
Yeah.
before I'm ready for them.
It's a good idea. Do these things in the test tube? They don't seem like a threat. They're just little babies, right?
Yeah, they're just little babies. You think that if you were to break the glass, you could like easily kill them.
Do you want healing for 10 minutes? Do you want my attempted healing?
Yes.
Sure. No.
If you can, yeah, that thing got me pretty good
Uh,
right there at the end.
let me-
Don't we have a hero to help with healing?
We do actually. It makes it increases the success level by 1. It's the midwife, the one that was just pulled.
Yes, the midwife can in fact help with that.
Well, sure. Why not? What is that? Is that a good card?
It
It is a good card.
Yeah.
Deliver to life. When
Let's
you're
roll
about to roll a
medicine.
medicine check, increases the effect's final roll degree by 1.
Fortunate. Okay.
Now, being a fortune effect means we can't use another hero point on it. But I mean,
All right, spending the hero point.
Ooh, that's probably. Oh, it's exactly 20.
That was exactly 20 for success, so that will become a critical success. So I guess roll 2 more d4 4.
D8s.
Oh, sorry, D8. Roll 2d8 plus 23.
2d8 plus 23.
That'll give you the new result. There you go. 36
All
points of
right.
healing.
So I'll take that. And I'll also take an additional 7, I think.
Yes.
So
And Felix gets this as well, because I can do both people.
Thank you.
You get 36.
so
And,
I am now
and-
halfway up. That got me down so bad, but feeling much better.
All of
Thank
your
you, Regan.
effects expire.
Whee!
A bunch of elixirs. Yeah. Like anthems. Holy shit, you had so many spell effects that all expired suddenly. Okay. Alright, what do you do now? Do you
I vomit.
spend more time? Okay. Sure.
I
Give me a
pat him
fortitude
on
save.
the back.
All right.
This is less vomiting and more you need to like oh, that's a natural 20 for 33.
Yes.
You still feel these like little biting guys all in your clothes. You have to like kind of pull up your sleeves and like pluck out all of the like little
Mites and
biting mites and things and like scrape them off your skin and yeah, it's more scratching for this one. But on a natural 20, you very quickly manage to kind of pull out the ones that are the most annoying and squish them or swat them, fling them around. You are no longer sickened.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have any potions?
I have a
Jinx.
couple of lighter potions of healing and a couple of minor elixir lives, but also
Chug,
some of the.
chug, chug.
Okay, I will take that. Thank
Two
you.
of these. I think I might have more. I have so much in my pockets.
I would take some because I am
So I have
down.
7 minor. I have 4 lesser.
If you choose to spare any,
Oh,
I only have my elixir of
Here.
true life left.
You have some.
So that potion that you gave me, where did we get that from?
This is the wrong one.
I'm
Yep.
taking 16 points of void damage as I drink that potion.
Oh,
So yeah, Mayhem, you
Oh no!
pull out one of the potions that you got from the medicine cabinet in the dressing room here in the temple. You chug it, and the moment you do, you sort of you feel like the void energy pouring down your throat. Yeah, you take 16 points of void damage.
that's interesting.
As that
Bottle.
It wasn't as bad a roll as I thought it was.
it could have been worse. That was
could've
3d8
been a
plus
lot
10.
worse.
Yes. Maybe I should relabel this.
That's
Yeah,
so
just-
incredibly evil.
Ugh.
Despite the label, appears to not be what it says it is.
Let's relabel that one.
Thanks.
Can I
You can have
overcharge my
no to worry.
my
Don't
wand
give
of
me any
of
more.
soothe and try and heal Mayhem a bit?
Yes, you certainly can. There's a chance of it breaking. I don't remember what the DC is on
It
that.
is, I believe, a DC. I think it's just a flat check, like a 50-50, so DC 10 or DC 11. It will
it's a
break.
DC 10 flat check.
Yeah, so it will either break or it will be destroyed if you fail the flat check.
Yeah.
So I just roll a d20 and see what happened.
Yep.
Whew.
All right, 19 is a success. So the wand, it's which suit wand is it? It's not
I
the
chose
right one.
my cheap one,
That's-
in case it broke.
That's smart.
Okay, I think how do I add the broken tag to it? Just go into like its
Wow. Look at you go.
I'm trying to figure out how to spawn the.
Hey, one of them was pretty good.
I'm just gonna add broken to the name. I don't remember how to make an item broken if it doesn't have.
I also don't know how to summon the effect so that he can click on it. So I'm gonna, I guess, give it a charge and then use that charge.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Come on. I can't actually give it a charge. I love this. Uses 1. Ha! Yes. Use. Roll that healing.
12
All
more.
right, another
Thank you.
12 points. Those 12 points from that. That was another couple potions being drunk. 8, 7.
I chugged 4 potions in a row
1.
for
And-
like 18 points of total healing from that. So another 30 overall from just the various item effects we're just doing.
Char, are you trying to identify that potion of yours?
I am, because I think it's still useful for me if I can figure out what it is.
Okay. Oh, whoops. You do that. There you go.
Ooh, okay, let's see.
Skill check. 10 minutes.
I think I might know what this is.
During this 10 minutes, can I pick up my caltrops?
Great.
But yes, you can
One by
skip them
one.
back up.
It takes forever.
Yeah. You realize that this is a potion, a moderate poison potion.
Oh, it's not exactly what I thought it was. I thought I could maybe use this to heal my children. Since it doesn't-
Oh no, this one is just
Yeah.
Oh, it is void damage, so yeah, I would allow it to be used for undead, sure.
Because I was like, oh, if it's like a void healing potion, that'll be. I can be like, my children drink this.
Yes, yes, I would allow it to be used for void healing. That's actually what the clear intent of it is here.
That's fun. Sorry about that one. Should have
Yeah.
smelled it first.
It definitely burned a little bit. Those other ones are fine though. Thanks.
Just starts like Regan tries to hand him potions. He's like, no. No, I swear this one's probably fine.
Why don't you test them from now on?
You're currently
I mean, yeah.
at
Oh.
63 of 92 on Mayhem and 70 of 78 on Felix. Are you spending any more time?
If you want,
Here.
I can heal you again.
I would appreciate that. Yes.
Okay.
Then I think we gotta get going.
Felix made whole. Or...
I'm 8 points down.
Well, if you've
If-
got ward medic, you might as well.
Yeah, like if it's a 2-player game by default.
Okay, 10 minutes spent
going
healing.
to just fully assure this will work.
Okay, you went for the trained DC instead, the DC 15, which
I
you
could have
crit
gotten
succeeded.
better. But yeah, I'm just. Here you
Hey.
go.
Yeah, 12
I will
points of
take it.
healing with an additional 7 for Mayhem, so 19 for him. Gets you all a lot closer to full.
Regan has a
57.
lot of experience bandaging Mayhem up at this point and stitching him back together.
I have to do it mid battle.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god. Doing
Dur-
great.
Yeah, during this 10 minutes, I would like to, now sort of curious, try to identify some of the other mysterious red liquids that I've picked up along the way.
Sure, yeah, you can try to identify this one. Crafting check. Yep, the bottle that you're looking at does appear to be a minor elixir of life.
An
It's a little
actual
strange
authentic
in
pile?
color, but yeah, it seems normal.
Seems normal.
Trust nothing and find out.
I'm starting to get that idea, yeah.
Yeah. I
No, but
think-
you're absolutely certain that is a normal
Okay.
elixir.
Okay.
that was a crit success.
Fair enough.
I will take that. It's nice to have some of those around. As we just learned, some of these things spew disease at you.
No
I'm gonna
kidding.
Cook the rest of my holy waters on.
In fact, I have one more elixir of life. I'm going to go ahead, or actually I have two. So I will use one of the minor elixirs that I have.
Didn't have anything useful.
For an extra 3 hit points for myself and the minor effect.
All right.
We all feeling ready?
Ready is a
Check
strong word.
Scrolls and crap. Is there anything I should have out? Maybe.
Yeah, you can
Oh, this
juggle your bags a little bit if you need to.
come up here. There's a few scrolls I just want to.
Is the infectious aura just in this space?
Oh, the little guys I think are giving it off, but
Ew.
it shouldn't actually go, like, they shouldn't really be giving the aura. Let me just delete the aura from them.
I'm encumbered at 8. This is great news.
I can carry a couple more things if need be.
I did ant haul just so I could have stuff out on me. Because I'm like, I don't want to dig through my bag every time I want something useful.
Okay, that should have removed the aura there.
It did.
I also do have some holy water on me now. When I was looking, it said that I had one in my inventory that wasn't in my bag, and I didn't believe that, so I didn't use it. But now I officially have 6 bottles hanging out.
Cool. And let's put those potions on my person for when it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
You say that. Maybe I need to get the midnight wine out.
Midnight wine.
All right. Are you feeling ready?
This
As a-
door isn't weird, right? Like, is there anything weird about this door?
Oh, let me see if there's actually a description of this door in particular.
Are there skeletons and they're like looming overhead like they're going to eat us?
I mean, this game is called Doors and Hallways.
What room is this? This is this room.
This is the story of a girl. I don't want to say
Yeah,
more
you
than that
can-
just in case, but
You can smell like burning wax in this room. On the tables, there's some like parchments covered in insidious symbols. The cages have little rodents in them that are like whimpering. And yeah, there's a pair of huge stone doors there to the east that are just etched with the like symbol of Urgathoa, the Death's Head moth or fly.
Mhm.
They keep saying Death's Head moth, but it looks like a fly in their art of it. I'm gonna assume this is more moth looking than the typical, or like if you look at the Urgathoa symbol of the book, it looks more like a fly. But here, and Diason's
more moth.
design is much more of moth-like.
might be a regional variation.
Maybe.
Thanks,
Death's Head moths
I
are
hate
actually
it.
quite cute. I like their little skull.
Are we still in initiative?
Oh, you're not supposed to be still in initiative. I just
Okay.
didn't end the encounter.
Well, I'm about to open the door and probably knock us back into initiative, so.
Yeah, I feel good being back here.
Okay, then away we go. Ooh,
Stairs.
stairs.
The doors slide open, and you see a set of stairs leading down to another doorway.
Doors in hallways.
I carefully going towards the stairs. I would like to keep an eye out for any obvious traps or not obvious traps.
Okay. You can give me a blind perception check, whoever's looking for traps as you walk down the stairs.
Yeah, this seems like a good place to have something that would be rigged to try and keep out intruders out, but just
I'll
being wary.
detect magic as well.
Okay.
If that does anything different.
Yeah, that'll do stuff. So yeah, you guys can make your way down the stairs. Mayhem's looking around, keeping his eye out for traps. Regan is pinging for magic anywhere. You are picking up a little bit of magic, but it's just from the lights overhead, the little skulls, and from the door, which, as you're going down the stairs, self-closes. You hear the stone slide shut. As you approach a second set of stone doors at the base of the stairs. There's like a bit of a landing, and then another set of doors. You can see, though, the stonework of the floor is a bit rougher here, and there's some kind of, like, dark purple, like, residue on the ground, like, near the door.
What is that?
It's unclear.
I'm not gonna look it. Can I examine it without touching it?
Yeah, you're getting magical vibes off of it from detect magic, at least. Very mild. Well, maybe not very mild. But yeah, you could try to identify this. Be a religion check, though.
Ooh, I'll try anyway. Why not? None of us are very religious here.
No, not especially.
All right, what does my mysterious religion tell me?
This is a sign of desecration. Many temples and shrines are usually like sanctified for their deity, and it's usually around some kind of radius. They provide some kind of holy protection. This is the inverse of that. This is what is usually provided by more sinister deities. They provide auras of desecration. That usually provide like benefits to their followers and otherwise like empower their followers. So basically, you can tell that you're walking into an area of very concentrated divine magic. This is like a focal point of divine power.
Whew. Well, that's gross. I don't care whose divinity it is. Yeah. This is a gross, unholy place.
Gross space.
Gross space.
You should fish out the rest of your holy waters from
Oh,
your
I
bag
have.
if you haven't already.
It's
I have
right
as well.
here. Take out your holy water, everybody. I have 2 left, I think. Or 3.
You know what? I will actually. No, I need one for opening the door. So, one hand with nightstick.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Door opens.
Stone doors creak open as you reveal a large circular chamber, at the center of which stands a pool of water, fresh and clear, with a golden statue of a woman who is holding a scythe in kind of a jaunty, dainty, kind of almost like dancing pose. But the top half is like a typical sort of beautiful woman, long flowing hair, naked, exposed breasts. But the bottom half is her grisly. You can see like her entrails leading out of her stomach, and the lower half of her body is just entirely skeletal. But the entire statue is made of gold, and it is radiating unholy energy. You can, all of you, as soon as you see it, you can like feel the pressure of the magic here. You can also see, well, if you get in further, eventually you will see that there are 7 pools of liquid around the chamber, surrounding the fountain. Or it's not really a fountain, it's like a pool. Surrounding the statue in the center. There are 7 big vats of bubbling liquid. You can sort of vaguely make out slightly different colors. One of them appears to be red and blood-like. Another seems to be pure white. The others are kind of hard to make out, as there's like a kind of all of these around the room are more of these purple skull lanterns that are kind of making it difficult to make out the color of everything. The unholy film or flesh or whatever this is on the floor that you noticed, Regan, gets like thicker and thicker as it approaches the statue, clearly marking it as the center of desecration here. And I guess additionally, there are a number of these tiny little chests, each one topped with a skeleton, or a single skull and a death's head moth, that are surrounding each of the vats of liquid.
Oh,
Coffers. Got it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Tentatively going to step into the room. Looking around, not seeing any current activity.
As you walk forward, you hear the kind of brush of cloth on metal as a woman steps out from behind the statue. Oh, greetings. So you're finally here, she says, drawing her massive scythe from behind her back. The metal clinks against the floor as you finally come face to face with Lady Endiason, her long blue hair tied up into one giant ponytail. I guess it's really black hair, but it's kind of made bluish by the purpley light in the room. She's got what is this? Like a one-piece breastplate that kind of turns into a long flowing teal dress, and she's got like a feathered cloak on her back. She otherwise looks quite beautiful for a servant of a god of undeath, and she seems quite serene here in this place. So you find your way to me, hopeful heroes, she says with a smile. Know that you stand before the architect of your city's demise. You call this sending the blood veil, yet I know it as the gentle kiss of the pallid princess. Your reward shall be great. She gestures to the vats behind her. Come. Choose one of the 7 scourges to become one with the goddess. Those of you who drink I shall only cripple, leaving you to enjoy her as she quickens inside your flesh. Those who abstain are fools, not yet fit to house the divine gift. You may prostrate yourselves at my feet, and I shall make your end all the more swift for it. Swifter, in any event, than this delightful end that your city has come to.
what is this?
How about no? Just none of those
No.
options really seem appealing in any way, shape, or form. I think we're going to take another option that you didn't list, in which we dispatch you and then cure the city.
Cure the city of my masterpiece? I don't think so. She taps the stone beneath her feet, and there's a great rumbling as the ground cracks and zombies burst from the earth.
Boy.
Ooh.
And that, I think, is a good spot to end for the evening.
Zorks.
Gadzooks. Thanks everybody for joining us. This has been Third Action, your favorite Pathfinder 2e actual play podcast of choice. Tune in next week for the exciting battle within Dyson. And will our heroes eat their words, or will and Dyson fall? She might get grabbed or something. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I imagine a lot of bludgeoning.
Some tripping, some grabbing, you know.
Yeah, some slashing, some necromancy. Who knows? But whatever it is, you don't want to miss it.
Some
Tune
judgments.
in. Judgment Day has come. Farewell. Good night.